My approach to the practice of law is threefold. The first is the legal aspect, which is representing and being mindful of my client's interests and the claims made against them from a legal context in terms of what the facts are and how the law applies, and ultimately and ideally, why my client is not in trouble or hasn't done anything wrong in defending their interests. The second aspect is acting as a counselor to the client. The areas of law I practice in is usually on the defense side. So someone has claimed or alleged that my client has done something wrong. And that's a very stressful process for anyone involved, whether or not those allegations are true, whether or not they have insurance coverage that ultimately covers their defenses and fees. And so it's being an experienced voice and a comforting voice to let them know what the process is, to let them know what to expect, and to ensure them that no matter the outcome, of course we're always aiming for a positive outcome, but no matter the outcome, that we're going to put them in the best situation to succeed. The final aspect is the business aspect. For better or worse, almost anything that's done professionally these days, business is a consideration, which means financial aspects and efficiency are at the utmost. You cannot sacrifice your time and energies and efforts in being a counselor and being an advocate, but you also have to be mindful that, particularly in a stressful legal situation, people are looking for a good outcome. People are looking to be made to feel heard and that their issues are being addressed, but also that they're being done in an efficient and a capable manner without creating secondary or tertiary problems for themselves. The most rewarding aspect of my practice sort of falls into two different categories. The first is simply helping people. The legal arena, in a lot of ways, is something that people come to when they need something. And because I do litigation primarily, oftentimes it's when someone comes to me when they might be in trouble. It's not necessarily because they did something wrong, but it's because something unfortunate has happened to someone else, and that person is looking to one or multiple people to be made whole. Oftentimes, my clients are one of those people who are being looked at. So when you can get a positive result for someone, or at a minimum, do the very best you can to ensure that the best possible outcome is possible for the client, and that they understand the process they're involved in, and that they're made to feel comfortable and confident in your abilities. Anytime you can achieve those goals, it's both positive internally and from an external interpersonal basis. The second thing that brings great joy to me in the practice of law is frankly the intellectual and competitive aspect of it. Helping people is first and foremost, but the practice of law requires the review of cases, statutes, legal authority that's been developed over decades, if not hundreds of years. It's complex, particularly when applied to the different factual situations of a given case you're involved in. And that intellectual pursuit is incredibly stimulating. The related aspect is, as someone who has grown up playing sports and is still a sports fan and has competitive juices flowing through him even as he gets older and his body doesn't necessarily allow him to participate on the playing field, is the competitive aspect. It's being able to duel professionally and collegially, but duel wits with someone on the other side and analyze the law, ideally and optimally achieve a positive outcome for your client. It's a great rush not only to help someone else, but to feel that your position and that your efforts have been vindicated by a third party.